How to develop the skills and competencies needed to lead by serving. Leaders understand the effectiveness of leading by serving and its benefits. Thus, they become interested in how they can adopt this style of leadership, but they may wonder how they can become an effective leader who serves. There are a few steps that those who aspire to become leaders who serve need to consider. First, what are the skills and competencies most common to leaders who serve? Robert Greenleaf included listening, persuasion, intuition, and communication as essential tools for leading by serving. Larry Spears suggested 10 characteristics of leading by serving, including listening, empathy, healing, awareness, and persuasion. Other experts recommended similar skills and competencies. Leaders desirous of becoming leaders who serve will need to assess their current toolkit of skills, determine which ones they like to or are best suited to acquire, and work toward competency in those areas. Leaders decide which traits they'd like to master and participate in activities to develop those traits. For instance, listening and communication tend to be traits identified by experts as foundational for leaders who serve. So leaders can expose themselves to opportunities in which they are focused to engage in listening and communicating. Some leaders, for instance, join a local chapter of Toastmasters in order to develop their communication skills. Leaders wishing to improve their listening skills can participate in interactive activities in which listening is an essential component. In reality, in working to develop particular traits such as listening and communication, leaders are likely to develop other areas of competency. For instance, leaders who are working to become better listeners cannot help but to develop greater empathy in the process. Leaders who wish to develop their weaker skills will have the opportunity to become more competent in those areas. Becoming a better, more mature leader capable of serving others is a logical outgrowth of being able to objectively take stock of one's shortcomings and make adjustments accordingly. The self improvement process does not stop once leaders feel they have acquired the skills necessary to become leaders who serve. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.